Hey man, I'm Jusko from ProudMoney.com. Wells Fargo officially announced the launch of their Autograph Journey card. It will be available starting March 9th in select Wells Fargo branches, whatever that means, and then March 20th, all branches as well as online. Now that we have some of the details nailed down, the short story is this card looks pretty good. A $95 annual fee travel card that will compete with the Chase Sapphire Preferred, the Capital One Venture card, and other cards sort of in that space. It does have some weaknesses as well, so let's look at the details and you can decide for yourself. So again, the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey Visa Signature Card is a $95 annual fee travel-focused credit card giving you your rewards in the following formula: 5 points per dollar at hotels, 4 points per dollar on airfare, 3 points per dollar on other travel, 3 points per dollar on dining purchases, 1 point per dollar everywhere else. Now, unlike some other cards that give you those kind of big numbers on hotels and airfare, you do not have to go through a particular portal that Wells Fargo owns in order to get that 5x on hotels or 4x on airfare. Actually, you might have to go directly to the hotel or directly to the airline in order to get them. So you're not going to get them through something like Expedia. So some pretty big numbers on the hotel and airfare in particular. Now, in addition, you're going to get a yearly $50 credit toward airfare purchases made with the card. So not only are you going to get a pretty nice reward scheme on your airfare, you're also going to get a credit, which obviously is going to incentivize you even further to use the card to book your airline tickets. And again, with that $50 credit, that doesn't mean you have to go through a Wells Fargo travel portal in order to get it. So assuming you book your airfare, that's going to knock essentially $50 off of that $95 annual fee, at least effectively, assuming you do it every year. All right, how's that bonus looking for new card holders? 60,000 point bonus if you spend $4,000 with the card in the first 3 months of having it. Now, what can you do with those points to redeem? First off, you could use them for cash back if you want to take them as a statement credit at a penny per point, or have that money go into a Wells Fargo bank account. And then you also have gift cards, or using them through Wells Fargo's travel portal that already exists. You're not going to get anything extra when you book through the portal like you would with the Chase Sapphire Preferred. So it's still going to be a penny per point redemption value there. Now, starting April 4th, Wells Fargo will introduce Travel Transfer Partners, where you will be able to transfer your points on a one-to-one basis, your Wells Fargo points, into the programs of Air France and KLM, Avianca, British Airways, Aer Lingus, or Iberia, and through the airline alliances that would potentially give you access to United and American as well. So it depends on how much work you like to do to try to find those particular rewards. And then you also have a travel transfer with Choice Hotels, which is Radisson, Comfort Inn, and others in their portfolio. And that is on a 1-to-2 basis, meaning that one Wells Fargo point is going to get you 2 points in the Choice Hotels program, which might sound really great, but the points in Choice Hotels aren't worth a whole lot, which is why 1 point can equal 2 points. Now, for everything I've seen, my understanding is that you also will be able to combine your points from other Wells Fargo points into the Autograph Journey, or with the Autograph Journey points. And if you use them with these travel transfer partners and you feel like you can get really good value out of those points using them that way, well, then obviously you can potentially get outsized value even of the points you are earning from things like the Wells Fargo Active Cash Card or the Wells Fargo Autograph Card, the no annual fee version. And so you have the ability to earn a lot of points through those cards on other things that you're not necessarily getting enhanced points on this card. And if you put them together and use them with those travel transfer partners, that could be a really great deal. Now, pooling them and using them through the Wells Fargo travel portal isn't going to get you anything extra, unless that's a change that they're making in the future, but it's not something they have announced yet. But if you use them with those travel transfer partners, that could be some added value. You've got some pretty good travel insurances and other protections on this card, maybe not quite as good as the very best travel cards out there, but you have trip or cancellation insurance, you've got baggage loss insurance, you have secondary rental car insurance in the US. I believe it's primary if you rent a car outside of the US, and then you also have cell phone insurance up to $1,000, although there is a $25 deductible on that. But overall, that's a pretty decent portfolio of insurances and protections. And then a few other things worth noting. You've got no foreign transaction fees. Wells Fargo says there are going to be these Autograph Journey exclusives, where there will be certain events where you have sort of big name artists who will perform in small venues that you will potentially get access to. Probably is going to depend on where you live, whether that's something that is of interest to you. Again, this is a Visa signature card, so you're going to have access to some of the benefits that come with that, including their sort of high-end hotel benefit that you can get through the Visa signature, where you're getting free breakfasts and that kind of stuff at certain hotels where you pay a lot for the hotel. So overall, I think Wells Fargo has come up with a pretty inspired card with the Autograph Journey, especially when you compare it to other cards that are sort of at this price point of a $95 annual fee. The 5 points per dollar on hotels, the 4 points per dollar on airfare, not having to go through their particular travel portal in order to get that value is something that is pretty attractive. And then the $50 credit for your airfare, assuming you fly once per year and you use this card to book your hotel and book your airfare, well, then you're going to be feeling pretty good about that. It's hard to say exactly where the sort of sweet spot is, but as far as I'm concerned, if you're spending over $3,000 on travel per year and you're going to book all of that on this card with the hotel and airfare, well, then this is really going to look pretty good for you, especially if you don't want to spend as much on some of the higher end travel cards that are out there. It's got a good bonus, it's got good travel protections, a lot of good stuff going on here. Now, as far as the travel transfer partners go, they're not all that strong as far as I'm concerned, but Chase and American Express have locked down a lot of the big names in the US as far as travel goes, so a lot of the other card issuers are kind of tinkering around the edges. Wells Fargo says they're going to continue to work on getting more travel transfer partners, but that is sort of vague, so we will see. But if you're someone that kind of knows what you're doing with these travel programs and you know how to use the airline alliances and all that, you might find all kinds of value here, especially if you have other Wells Fargo cards where you're earning enhanced points. So we will see what happens as far as those things go. But even if you are someone that doesn't want to use the travel transfer partners, if you are getting a penny per point on those points that you're earning, again, on your hotels and airfare, that's still better than you're going to do with pretty much any other card out there on the market. So as long as you're spending enough on travel, this card could make sense when you compare it to other things out there. So that is my take on it. Would love to hear yours in the comments section below. Otherwise, I thank you for watching. And as always, please go to proudmoney.com, where we do credit card reviews. We talk personal finance, we talk deals, and all sorts of other fun stuff too. If you are not going to leave a comment or go to the website, you might want to watch this video next.